Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a February wrap up for you guys. Actually only read two books this month and I DNF'd one, so if you guys want to know what books I read, then keep on watching. So one of the books that I read is The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garvis Graves. Y'all know I've been hyping this book up for a while now. It is this one. I have a book review on this book. If you guys want to check it out, I have the link down below, or you guys can find it in the little corner up there. It's basically about a character named Anika who is autistic and is very closed off. She doesn't like being around people, and it's about her falling in love for the very first time but not knowing how to deal with it because she's the way she reacts and the way she is completely different than any other person. The person she falls in love with, his name is Jonathan, and they met at a Chase Club meeting. You go on from there, and she's very cute and adorable, and she's a very caring and nice person. It's just very hard for her to show it. So it's a very good story. I enjoyed it very much, and it has a 10-year gap, so they obviously, it's a second chance trope. So they meet again eventually 10 years later, and you know, their lives have been completely different from the time that they were in college up to now. So it does take place in like 1991 and then 10 years later in 2001, and it is a 2 POV. So it's very good and I highly recommend it. The next book I actually DNF'd because I had seen this book recommended like a very long time ago, and I thought it was going to be something that I was going to like, but my taste of genre and books that I like to read have changed the past few years. So it turns out that I really don't like this book, so I DNF'd it. But it's called Diary of an Oxygen Thief by Anonymous, which is this book. And I talked about this I talked about this book, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before that, but I did a THRIFTBOOKS haul and I had purchased this book, and now I highly regret it and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So yeah, but it's a very short book. It's 151 books, and I don't even know where I left off. I just don't like it because it's just talking about, it's a man's diary, him explaining why he does what he does to women, which is basically making them fall in love with him and then breaking it off like right at the moment that they like confess that they're in love, and all he uses them is for sex. And he's an alcoholic, so he's very good at hiding things because he's always drunk, but he's so good at being drunk that no one could really tell. And the only reason why he becomes this kind of person is because the person he was in love with actually broke his heart. Basically the whole premise of this book, but I just don't like the writing style. It's very boring to read, so I don't recommend it. I wish I liked it, but I don't. So the next book I read is One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. Now I also made a book review on this one, and it was not my favorite. You guys will know why. It has a lot of fat phobia in there, and they're very judgmental, and it just did not sit well with me. I did complete that book, and it took me a while. I actually did start this book in January and ended it in the beginning, and like I think at the first week of February. And the reason why was because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to read this book because its setting is as if it's a Bachelor show, but in their book it's called The Main Squeeze. I'm not a big fan of the Bachelor show. I never really actually watched it. I don't find it ideal or that realistic because I'm pretty sure they're like, honestly, I've never really seen anyone who actually fell in love and lasted there. I think it's only a few of them, but I'm not a big fan. So this one takes place in LA, and the main character, she is plus size, and she has a blog post about fashion, you know, showing people, you know, how to accentuate their curves and how to love themselves, and you know, to be confident. The problem with this one is that she herself isn't confident at all. She is fake. I would say so. So she writes a blog, you know, like telling all these women, you know, like love yourself, you know, like you could use this to cover up your tummy, this and that. But she's like not confident at all, and she's obsessed with this one other character who it's supposed to be her love interest in the beginning, and she's kind of obsessed with him. And throughout the whole Main Squeeze show, when she is in it, compares all the guys to him, and every time like a guy does something sweet to her, or like, you know, they go on dates, she's just like, oh, I wish he was doing it, I wish it was him. Like, she just she's just obsessed with him. Like, she talks about him and she doesn't really care about any of the other guys in the show. It's only like about what she feels and like just like for her career benefit. And I just did not like that book at all. It wasn't appealing to me, and I don't recommend that book at all because I know that some people enjoy it, but I think it's the fact that they don't see the bad in it. They make fun of her a lot. One of the characters, who is a producer of the show, is technically just using her for her image, and it's just so that the show could get, you know, great rates and so that people keep watching. And it sucks that, you know, it had to be a plus size person to make the show be more popular again instead of them being creative and making their own ideas. So I just did not like this book. It was not my cup of tea. I did not DNF it because I actually did want to read that book and I did want to see how it ended. The ending is so... it's not cute. It's very boring to me also. There's parts that do catch your attention. It's very easy to read, however. It's very quickly. It's a very quick book to read actually, so I do give you that. But besides that, I'm not a big fan of this book. So don't check it out. I do not recommend it. So those are the books that I read for this month of February. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know down below what you guys thought about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!